Hello, everybody. Let's try this again. I did have halfway done and I lost my connection. It's been storming here, so the sun's back out. Let's try this again. Welcome to Soul Family Sunday, Soul Surfing Sunday. This is what we're going to call it. I missed Suddenly Saturday. And we're going to do Magical Monday for the collective because I did get some channel cards and we're going to look and see what's going on. How's everybody doing out there? Now, today is 7/21 of 2024, which is an 18, which is a 9. And then we've got tomorrow, 7/22 to 2024 is a number 19, which goes down to a 10, which goes to a 1. And so we are going to read the 10. Did we read the 10? Which one did we read? Oh, okay. I wanted to tell you about the 10s too, because we got a lot of 10s again, and we had a message the other day on the 10s. Yeah, 1010 is a powerful guide on your life path, offering insight and encouragement as you navigate through various experiences. Yeah, we started before I got sadly interrupted. We started to talk about this because we are going through trigger moments. You know, a lot of us have went through the dark night of the soul. A lot of us are still going through the dark night of the soul. And we will always go through a little patch. And the worst part of the dark night of the soul is releasing your past when you're a teen and childhood trauma and things like that. But we don't want to hang on to those because those are the kind of things that stay in your mind and bind you. So you want to release that. Release the person with love. Don't go around them. That don't mean you love them and you want to hang out with them. If they did something to you, release them with love and let them go. Because you had a contract with them, whatever it was your contract. So we've got, oh yeah, we read the one. I had to think about it because I've already did this, half of this. And I had to put the cards back because well, I wasn't going to do a part 1 and 2. That's too much. It just doesn't make sense. We're going to go ahead and read the card because the card is a 10. It's a 28, which goes down to a 10, which goes down to a 1. So when I'm done with this card, we will read number 1. Have the courage to be free. Know that freedom begins where desire ends. Yeah, sometimes our desires in life can lead us down the wrong path. Desire is one thing, but reality is another. And look at her. She is celebrating freedom. She's got her gold dress on. She's not worried about dirt on the gold dress. And she's got her bare feet on. She's got her feet in the earth, and she's got earth all around her. So she is beautifully positioned right there. What does freedom mean to you? Where do you think it lies? Do you think it can be found in money, power, recognition, or enlightenment? Freedom commences where desire ceases. Freedom exists only in the present. You cannot plan for it or save it in a freedom piggy bank to make use of later. Live in the moment and live freely. Freedom is wherever you happen to be. Look around you and seek it out. Invite it in right now, into a moment that is full of potential, including the chance of freedom. Be open to it and use that freedom sometimes to behave a little irrational or rashly, and perhaps increasingly often. Every now and then, it will give you the courage to pick yourself up and smile to yourself at the idea of acting responsible without wishing in any way to denigrate or disregard common sense, since freedom is magnanimous and can therefore accept everything with ease. When you are free in your own self, you are at one with your life purpose. You feel bound to nothing and to no one. It is only then that everything will flow through you freely, and that the perfect light of great potential will find its way to you unchallenged. To be free means to love everything without wishing to understand, without asking for meaning or reward. What will you do now? Hear your soul ask softly, what do you desire? And when you have found your answer, be sure to act upon it and learn that freedom can only be found on the path of truth. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animals, the links, the herbal essences, silver fir, the healing crystals, Apache tear, and the number is 1. Okay, let's read a 1. Number 1 tells you that you are a magician priestess and that now and then you require solitude in order to fully develop the capabilities within you. You need solitude now in particular in order to receive your vision from a spiritual teacher clearly and without compromise. Number 1 is promises, success, and a deep bond of the heart. It will teach you to feel the moment of creation within you and to perceive yourself as a spiritual being. Its energy field is the beginning, the absolute being, the sum of all possibilities, the pure spirit, and the subtle world. Yeah, I love that card, and it's a great meaning for us. Now, I was told to read this first, if not after that. Source told me that because these cards have a lot of meaning for right now. We got the source of all. Your mind is the source of all thoughts, magic, inspiration, and creativity. Take a moment to dwell within the divine realms of your imagination, visualize and create endless possibilities and opportunities. Now is the time to nurture the vision within and make them manifest. We've been working on manifestation. A lot of the people, we started out doing it, maybe 9, 10 people joined in, nobody really commented. So I guess nobody had an opinion, and that's okay. You don't have to have an opinion. Just go through life and just learn and enjoy your life. That's it. Seek the lessons, the wolf. Wisdom is born from seeking the lessons in all experiences, both the good and the bad. It is important from the awareness that everything is connected and that all happens for a reason. Even when the reason remains a mystery, embrace a new idea, a new awareness, or the new knowledge that comes from listening to your intuitional voice and to the human and non-human teachers and messengers who will come in and out of your life. Let them inspire you to explore unknown pathways. Yeah, this is a message to seek the lessons, whatever it may be. And in the other video, I had told that I just said to some friends that my life is eating and flowing so well that something, you have to have that polarity. Something's going to come and it's going to give that polarity of the opposite. And I'm going to be ready for it because I am going to work on my triggers. And that's what I do. And me and my husband, we've been even and flowing. And then the other day we had some not so good news. And we could have reacted completely different, but we both reacted with grace and compassion and just let it free flow the way it's got to free flow. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, it's really hot in Florida. We're staying in, and my knee's bothering me today, so I'm just kind of chilling, chillaxing, I call it. 21, channel your anger, trials. This is another divine message. Sit with it and learn from it rather than denying or repressing your anger, as we are often taught to do. Sit with the emotion and work out what it's trying to show you. Anger has a place. It can be a sacred force or a sign that something is wrong and an emerging element that inspires you to take action, to change things in your life. It can be constructive if you use it to fuel change rather than to tear yourself apart, moan and complain, or wallow in angst. Anger can bring things into sharp focus, make you prioritize actions, and change and inspire creative solutions to problems. If you are angry at a specific person, write them a letter. You don't have to send it or fill a page in your journal expressing how you feel and why you feel it. Yeah, I've wrote letters to people and then just let them go. And then after a while, I burn it and I release it. Never seen it again. I took it out of the energy field. And I think that's what we need to learn how to do because we're all learning what our trigger moments are, and we all have different trigger moments. One might get triggered and one might not. So just be compassionate about people's triggers right now because there's a lot of things going on in this world that is going to blow people's mind when it comes out. All I got to say. After the heat of anger, your anger has died down, reread it. Be honest, compassionate, and respectful, truthful about your own part in the situation, and read to apologize if you have contributed to the problem. Then, with a cool head, decide how best to proceed. It might be enough that you vented your feelings and realized things about yourself and you now feel okay about the person or situation, or you may realize that you need to take steps to address the issue, make a change in your life, end a friendship, adjust your expectations, and put boundaries in place to protect your time and energy. If you're angry at someone who's important to you, it will help to tell them and explain why. They may be completely oblivious that something they've said or done has upset you and be devastating that they hurt you. Hopefully, they'll apologize, stop doing it, and be grateful that you let them know. Or it might be as simple as a misunderstanding that can fix in an instant by explaining their intention. So there's no reason for you to be hurt. Or maybe when you start discussing it, you'll realize they were acting out of their own hurt from something you did to them. And there's something you need to do or stop doing to resolve the issue. It's incredibly rare that anyone, especially a friend, will intentionally do something to hurt you. So it's always worth talking it over. You may think you're being nice by not telling someone they've hurt you, but keeping it inside and stewing with resentment and bitterness is not doing them or you any favors. Unaddressed, it will start to poison you, which will affect the relationship anyway, with the potential to explode at some later date when it's finally revealed. You can bring the matter up in a gentle way without accusation or bitterness, and the discussion may even bring you closer together. If a friendship is worth something to you, it deserves your honesty. Uh, there, yes, that is a good card. But for me personally, I felt that if someone has a problem with you, that you have voiced your opinion or said something that they didn't agree with, you don't have to apologize for being you. Now, if you hurt someone deliberately, that's a different. But if you didn't hurt anyone deliberately and you were innocent with what you did, it should just be let go instead of harping on it. Okay, now let's see if we can get through the dreams of Gaia again. I was halfway through and our electric went out. And let's see if I can remember what I said because we had really interesting cards on the dreams of Gaia today. Do you remember the other day we had the child and the maiden? And it was both masculine and feminine, but it was more of a feminine energy. We did have a little masculine, but we had a lot of feminine. Now today we have feminine, but we have a lot of masculine. And you'll see where I'm going with this in a minute because it's interesting how the cards come out. We got the 14, which is a 5, the King of Fire. And, we know the ground and focus your passion, be more than an ideas person. Remain involved from start to finish. Every leader is a part of a team. Delegate, be dauntless, respect your position by respecting others. Shows your appreciation, keep your temper in check. The king is a charismatic leader. In other words, I'm not going to read this whole thing because the king is involved in everything, but he doesn't procrastinate. He starts something and he finishes it. And that's basically what this card is all about. It's grounding yourself and delegating. Must be willing to delegate. In essence, he must be willing to share his power and his glory with others. So this is a man that is not ego driven. This is a man that works well with others and a man that is very knowledgeable. And he symbolizes the importance of being interested and involved from beginning to end. He asks us not to start something, delegate, and then walk away. I know a lot of people that are procrastinators. I tend to do it once in a while. My husband tends to do it once in a while, but I have seen people they do it for 6, 7, 8 years. They procrastinate. They're going to go do something. They never do it. We got the 9 of Cups again, and that was pretty interesting because the other day we got the 9 of Cups, and I love this card because it's a wish card. You're perfectly placed to manifest what you dream of, so make your wish. This is the 9 of Cups is the magical wish card of the tarot. When it appears in your reading, you benefit from love, friendship, support, or your projects and harmony at home. All aspects of your life flourish and you're feeling content and fulfilled. The only glitch is being a little smug. So be sensitive in your enthusiasm to share your good fortune. And an additional meaning is entertaining and socializing. This is kind of an abundance card too. I mean, happiness, support, love, entertaining, home, relationship, and abundance. And he's fire and he will make abundance. He is a very intelligent man and not ego driven. So he will have more to say about things. Now it's sunny out now. No storms, no thunder, no nothing. I love it. Okay. Now we got the intuition, but we got it reversed. I think we got it reversed the other day too. Now this card is in the present. So I'm going to read the present, but I'm also going to read the blockage because it was in reverse. It takes both courage and practice to heed your intuition. We are so often told to base our decision on rational thought and logic and to weigh each choice with care. Your decision-making process can, however, be enhanced by listening to your gut feeling. In fact, it is important to use both rational thought and reason and intuition and instinct. The intuition card, when it appears in the present, signifies the importance of heeding your intuition. It is better to appear foolish in the short term than to make a mistake that could cause you far more in the long term. What do you do when you have half a dozen options before you and all have equal pros and cons? In the end, the only option available is to go with an intuitive decision and pick the one that feels right for you. If a situation or person has you feeling tense, has your stomach in knots, has you feeling agitated, uncomfortable, or pressured, then back away. Trust your gut. Conversely, if someone has you feeling at ease and imbue with a sense of rightness, embrace the moment, heed your feelings. If you have a situation that needs resolving, a problem that needs solving, somebody close to your heart that needs help, then it is time to stop worrying, calm yourself, calm your mind. Extreme emotions such as anger and fear will only hamper your intuitive abilities. Find a quiet place, go for a walk to clear your mind. The answer, the solution will come via intuition. Means when you stop worrying over the problems. I started doing that. When I tell my husband that I'm going to go lay down for 20 minutes and meditate, he knows that I either need just some solitude or something's aggravating me to the point where I have to go work it out. And once you work it out in your meditation and release it, it feels so much better. You wouldn't even believe how much better it feels. So, with the intuition, we got the heartache card. And this is a 3, which this is another divine message. And the heartache card is this 3 is the heartbreak card of the tarot, but thankfully it is a minor arcana card signifying a transit event that you will process and heal from. It often arises to reveal relationship breakup, affairs, and disappointment. The positive of this card is that at least you know exactly where you stand. You see the truth. This 3 can also signify stress symptoms such as anxiety and fear. Feel the pain and see the truth of the matter. The situation has happened for a reason. It's heartbreak, sorrow, betrayal, loss, affairs of the heart, and breakups and tears. When you go above that, though, sometimes you have to cry. It's just a normal feeling. Don't worry about it. Everybody has the cry moment, and you just walk away and go meditate and release it. it'll make you feel better. You know, some things hurt for a little while, and you know, you can't say you got to get over it right away because sometimes you can't get over it right away, and that's okay. Nobody's here to tell you how to do your own thing. You got to do your own thing, what you need to do. Because we also got the king of air, we got the king of fire, and we got the king of air, and this will ignite the fire. A time of ethical behavior, no room for compromise. Seek the advice of an expert. Respect the rule of law. Why are you pushing boundaries? Keep your judgment free of emotional impediment. Don't be drawn into an argument. Don't reject unsolicited advice. Yeah, this is a stern leader, fair, commanding presence. He can be imposing and whatever intimidating due to his formal manner. But his stern conscience is tempered by a compassion born of his spiritual belief. He is an educated man with vast knowledge. He is also a wise man who has learned from every life experience. When he speaks, everybody listens. He is also a disciplined man who can at times be uncompromising and rigid, as he has a very fixed belief system. He cannot be corrupted, or easily swayed. He believes rules are made to follow and should not be broken. The laws of the land were made to keep people safe, and he believes those who break the law should understand the consequences of their actions. Yes, he can choose to show compassion in passing his judgment. However, he will not compound the wrong by failing to bring a wrongdoer to account. His judgment is fair but final and is delivered in accordance to the law and without emotional impediment. Um, that's kind of like a law type thing, and the fire is a humble type ego man. So yeah, with these two dudes in order, everything is going to fly into alignment. So the corruption will go down. This one, the King of Fire, reminds me of Captain Trump, and the air reminds me of who's behind Captain Trump working on it, because it's going to get better. We just got to go through the next traumatic experiences that we're going through. Now, that's the end. Okay, we get the Seven of Pentacles with that. That's right. The potential. So yeah, that law, the King of Air, that shows you that there is potential. And he's got the spear right here on his third eye, which and source above him. The eagle's perception. So that is a good card because it will bring potential. Don't doubt your abilities or the path you have chosen. Keep going. You're on track. Yeah, this is kind of a money, perseverance, dedication, work, investment, time, and success. We will have all that. But right now it's kind of stalemate until we've got BB Biden stepped down. That's a fact. That was on the news. So we can factualize that. He's stepping down. He's not running into the next election, which is cool because we only have a few more months of that. I have this feeling that his persona, his body doubles, his actor, whatever he is just going to disappear, and no one will ever hear from him again. We'll hear little bits and pieces, but that's it. Okay. Now, this is the special message. And remember, 2 days ago, we got the child and we got the maiden. And it could be masculine energy, but it was more feminine energy. But we had masculine with it. Now, today, we have more masculine energy with the youth. And we have a little bit of feminine. But this is a very important time right now in our world, and we have to really think about things that are coming at us. The first card that we got was the 3, which is the youth, and we know 3s are a divine message. We've had quite a few 3s today. The quest for adventure. That's him and his dog. He's got his staff. He's got the crystals on it. He's ready. Live in the moment. Action without thought. Defying tradition and conformity. Great risk, greater reward. Assert your independence. Embrace individuality. A new direction. Freedom from fear and doubts. A time of conflict or turmoil. Communication and compromise address desire. So this is in the future. So we are going to read the future. The youth that comes to you in a future position has more of a passive message and meaning. Here, he speaks of the influence of emotional energies, unconscious thoughts and beliefs, and how they work to manifest the future. The youth, because he chooses to live in the moment, gives less thought to consequences and future outcomes. And because he lives life free from the burdens of fear and doubt, his choice often give rise to a future that is both productive and creative. How many times have you talked yourself out of doing what you know will make you happy for fear that might go wrong? How many times have you shielded away from a spontaneous moment or impulse that could have manifested in joy and laughter because you were afraid of the others would react? Live in the moment approach to life can often result in a happier future, especially if the choice and actions of the present are motivated by pure intentions, positive thoughts, and love. For all this seeming lack of awareness, the youth moves through life with a lighter step because he does not worry about tomorrow. He does not mean that he lacks depth or is ignorant. He is passionate and willing to commit to a cause that interests him, and he does so without fear. In the same way, he refuses to expend energy or attention on that which holds no interest for him or what might or might not eventuate. It could be said that this is the true essence of freedom. And, we got the freedom card, which is really interesting. I couldn't believe that we got the youth because the youth, that's a good message. It's for men and women. I mean, masculine and feminine, because we're all going through that, unfortunately. And we got the 10 of Wands. Like I said, we got a lot of tens. And what's interesting is the youth, we got responsibility because the youth doesn't really want responsibility. The youth wants adventure, but yet he's young and he still needs a little responsibility. This 10 is the overwhelming card of the tarot. You have far too much to do and to think about. There may be pressure at work or on the home front. You're so absorbed in the detail, you can't see the bigger picture and discern what's essential. An additional meaning is that one person or situation is taking all your mental energy, so you have little time to focus on your own needs. Set some boundaries to reduce the stress. You may need to say no to certain people. This is burdens and overloads and confusion, exhaustion, priorities, pressure, and blocks. And I've seen that on a lot of people lately. People have a lot of pressure. They've got a lot of thought on things that are going on in this world, and they're losing things. And it's kind of chaotic out there. We got the Four of Air, and the Four of Air is reversed. It was upside down. So there is a blockage. Now I'm going to read a little bit of the description, but I'm going to read the blockage because this is a beautiful card. You are beautiful. Be aware of weaknesses, but focus on strength. Mistake an opportunity to learn. Let go of the idea of perfection. Love yourself for who you are. Happiness at another's expense, the emotional cost of your actions. You are worthy and deserving of all that you dream of, but remember, so is everyone else. What if your joy comes at the expense of another person? Can you stand tall and proud and have respect for yourself if your happiness carries the price of another person's heartbreak or failure? Can you take genuine delight in your circumstances? Unintentional action that cause hurt are one thing and can be forgiven, but what of the emotional consequences of an act done with awareness and intent? The Four of Water, when it appears reversed, cautions you against vanity, arrogance, selfishness, and self-importance, and symbolizes a need to look yourself in the eyes. Are you about to choose a path that leads to another's distress or downfall? If the answer is yes, be mindful of the fact that the universal law of cause and effect will hold court and sit in judgment. As always, there will be reward and consequences offered. If your choice is to continue forward, knowing that you may bring emotional anguish to another, be sure that the reward is far greater than the price you may end up paying. If you are at a crossroads, don't do it. Don't do it. You still have the opportunity to answer no and have your actions reflect on your choices. Yeah, there's another thing I want to read because I love that part. And let me find, okay, here it is. Every relationship, every idea or creation, every career path, and every opportunity has flaws, imperfections, and the potential to fail or go awry. Realize that perfection is a paradoxical state that exists only when there is peaceful acceptance and unconditional love for those scars, weaknesses, and flaws. Perfection is only achieved in seeing necessary part of the beautiful, magical whole, knowing that they are an undeniable necessity, part of the beautiful, magical whole. I love that because we are part of the beautiful, magical whole. Our scars are like beams of light coming from source, that we were warriors of something at one point, and you can't let those just float away and just not think about anything. Because on that card, we got the death card, and this is transformation. And yes, we are all going through a massive transformation. Massive. This scene may look dismal at first glance, a shipwreck completely with predatory sharks, which symbolize there's no going back to our ship or our old ways of living, the sinking of the ship in a tempest show the power of the elements over our human lives. The wreck, though, holds treasure, a treasury of knowledge, and the little fish swimming in the foreground show that life goes on. Endings bring new beginnings and insight. Death does not reveal physical death. It expresses a great change in your life. Whatever you no longer need is taken from you. Death is necessary for something new to be born. This may be unsatisfying work, a stuck relationship, or anything that can constitute old ways of being, including habits that no longer serve you. For this reason, death clears away confusion and brings a situation to a natural conclusion. From this point onward, new people, ideas, and opportunities enter your life. A new era beckons. Allow that what will be, rather than resisting the change that needs to happen. Embrace it. Yeah, this is rebirth, endings, change, beginnings, release, relief, and conclusion. That's what we're going through. We're going through a massive death of the old and a beautiful birth of the new. You just don't realize it yet. Some of us do, some of us don't, some of us are starting to. Everybody's working on their own time. There is no time in spiritual growth. It's your time, it's on your time. We got the child again, which is the number one. And the child, we had a beautiful reading the other day about the child. The child stands confidence, takes innocent joy and delight in her connection with the world in which she dwells. She is untouchable by fear and full of hope and trust. Despite any hardship, struggle, and harm she has faced, she continues to see only beauty through eyes bright with wonder. She sees the good in all. She is both magic and magical, an innocent soul who believes in happy ever after. That is our inner child. And I'm going to read the future because this is in the future position. Look forward and see the wonders of life through the eyes of the child. Allow yourself to feel anticipation and excitement over making plans for the future. Yes, our goals are important as well as all needs something to aspire, but sometimes we need to take a break from serious plans and just have fun. The child in the future reminds you to schedule in some time to play, arrange to meet up with friends or family, and do something more than take delight in each other's company. Don't let excuses get in the way of your celebrating life. It can be just as important to make time for yourself. Stop and relax, pet your cat, or take your dog for a walk. Do something you have wanted to do for a long time, but have put off time and time again because something else seemed more important. You were not born to spend your entire adult life working hard in order to pay the bills. Make a habit of scheduling in time to let your inner child be the voice that guides you Be playful and have fun. We left our inner child go a long time ago. We had to take on responsibilities of life and we had to learn about things. And if we brought our inner child out, people would laugh at us and say, "You're stupid, you're silly, da 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 da." But we had to be stupid and silly for a minute because we probably would have drew some crazy, our mind was just going crazy shit. And we just said, enough, I'm going to go play in this rain or whatever, you know? I mean, sometimes you just got to take life as it is and just release it. Because the last card we got was the 21, which is another 3, which is divine. We've had 3, 3, 3, the world. It's regeneration. This is where we're regenerating right now. The world shows that your life is regenerating and renewing as you finally find the success you seek and celebrate your achievement. You may receive a particular reward for your efforts. The card also shows the completion of a phase, such as meeting a target or goal, or finalizing a house, move, or other major projects. The world often comes up in a reading to signify a relationship landmark, such as a wedding anniversary or renewing vows. There are opportunities to travel now, and if you are single, have romantic adventure. Celebrate what you have achieved and embrace new opportunities. You will be full of energy and motivation. The world is your oyster. Yeah, that was a great reading for the Dreams of Gaia and the Oceanic Tarot Clarifier. So far, we have had some really nice readings. Now, this one was saved for a while because we got the dream journey, and this is in the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Journey inwards to uncover insight and information that will be important for your path. Then follow the guidance. This drum is inspired by the sacred drum of the Sami, the indigenous people of northern Norway, Sweden, and Finland. In shamanic traditions in all 4 corners of the world, the drum is recognized as the main tool used by medicine men and women to direct their will and aid medication. A drum beat can become hypnotic and send those listening into an altered state that can allow them to journey to the spiritual realms and meet their guides. When the drum card appears in a reading, there are opportunities for you to dream or to bring an inner vision into reality. You are very connected to the other worlds at this time. The wisdom and intelligence of the earth and her magic surround you. The drum, which echoes the sound of Mother Earth's heartbeat, has cleared the cobwebs and dust from your inner vision. What you have seen in your dreams and inner visions is not imagination, but guidance, particularly if it has been coming to you repeatedly and has the potential to become reality. Dreams come true. Know it and live it. Yes, they do. A lot of people don't dream. You might not be supposed to bring it back. Sometimes I dream and I don't remember it. I just remember bits and pieces. Now, we got the Oracle and its wait for important information. Be open and receptive to information. Gather facts so that you can make a decision that is in line with your integrity. The Oracle is the truth speaker and insight bringer of this deck, the ancestor who will be your best outspoken girlfriend, someone who will tell you exactly what you need to hear to move forward. In this deck, she is reminiscent of the Oracle of Delphi, a psychic priestess of ancient Greece who was able to receive information and make predictions. She holds a bowl that has sacred smoke rising out of it, bringing the message to look beyond all you can see and gather information in order to make an accurate evaluation of your current situation. Angels and ancestors and the universe are speaking to you at this time. So look and listen for important conversations, signs, and messages that will point you in the right direction. You are being guided to wait for more information because making any fast moves, because at the moment you are letting your wants get in the way of your needs. There is an opportunity for you to see everything clearly at this time, but you will only be able to do so if you are willing to truly open your eyes. If you have been waiting for the further information about a choice you have to make or action you have to take, don't take matters into your own hands, but let what needs to be revealed be revealed. Then you'll know what to do next. Angels are supporting you. Trust them. Yeah, we've had a lot of angel messages lately, and I really feel that our ancestors and angels are around us because we did get the great teacher learn from spiritual experiences. And this looks like Jesus releasing a dove, and we know the dove, the white feathers, is our angel's calling card. Know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences, then share them with others. This card is inspired by the many prophets and teachers who have brought great healing to the earth. There is a great teacher in every tradition, and the card represents the one to whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace through joy. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You are having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There is a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. Yes, I think we're all going through a lot of beautiful, holy experiences. And don't doubt somebody when they tell you they had a holy experience because we don't know what they went through. And we are getting holy experiences. So wouldn't be surprised if they were. Now we have the Gateway of Light activation, and we got Venetian Galactic Council Star Being Guides answering the call and time to shine. I always tell everybody, time to shine. The Venetians are advanced cosmic beings similar to angels who come from the planet Venus. They are our starry ancestors and are dedicated to helping us experience and embody divine love. There are millions of them, and many of us will have them working with us as guides. If you feel drawn to this information or strongly connected to the stars or star people, there's a good chance that there are many extraterrestrial beings around you at this time, many of whom will be connected to the Venetian Galactic Council, governed by Lady Venus and Sanat Kumara. The Venetian Galactic Council is a divine board of directors who are responsible for recruiting light workers and leaders on Earth who have the potential to make a huge difference by following the call of their soul. When they come to us, it's an honor and an opportunity to be reminded of a connection that was active before we came into this incarnation. There's no set way of working with the Venetians, but they will contact us in dreams or meditation to share information that will support us on our journey. They often send spiritual downloads in the thought forms or understandings. Dreams about flying or being in space are other ways in which they will come through to us. On a bright, starry night, Venetian Galactic Council, thank you for the helping me answer the question of my soul. This is a call to action. You are being asked to step up and create the changes you want to see in the world. You have a reason for being here, and you have the potential to inspire, support, and heal your corner of the world. Don't let this information scare you or overwhelm you, for you are being prepared energetically to step into this role. The ideas you have been having recently are divine downloads, but you aren't being called to make dramatic changes to your life, simply to move forward step by step. The Venetian Galactic Council will reveal more information to support you. Be aware of downloads of information and spiritual signs, for they are confirmation that you are on the right path. That's the second card that told us we were on the right path, which I really believe we are on the right path. Okay, we got the Divine Master and we got Buddha. Heighten awareness, make peace with your thoughts and your world. The Buddha starts his life as a mollycoddler prince, but one day he broke free from the palace grounds and was exposed to the harsh reality of life in the form of sickness, age, and death. It shook him to the core. Suffering was real. This sent him off on a spiritual adventure that would lead to leaving behind all earthly pleasures in order to search for an end to all suffering in the world. Today, the Buddha is a spiritual master who is willing to help all beings move forward beyond fear and suffering. Even if you are not a practicing Buddhist, this amazing soul will help you reflect on your past and understand your present so you can reach a heightened state of awareness and stay connected to what is real and true. Don't fight the thoughts that disturb you, for when you fight your thoughts, you create a war in your mind. Your thoughts aren't your enemies. In fact, your mind is a neutral space that allows you to connect with both fear and love. When this card comes to you, you are being guided to know that when you experience fear, you have an opportunity to stand in love. When your fears appear in thought form, instead of fighting or running from them, be aware of them, acknowledge them, and realize that they are a part of you. Just like the Buddha, you have the ability to become one with all that is. When you see your fears and experience them with all your being, they can no longer have power over you. You are only trapped by the prospect of fear, not fear itself. Today, you have the opportunity to make peace with your thoughts in order to encounter more peace in the world. That was a great message for all of us. Now we've got two more. I'm going to do the golden future because we got an education. This is interesting. We have never got this card. And actually, I think we're all getting re-educated on the truth. You got a number 5, which is another, we got another 5. Expand your right brain creativity. In the golden future, it will be recognized that teachers have vitally important roles. They will be respected and revered. More emphasis will be on the right brain creativity and experience and less on the left brain absorption of other people's knowledge. High quality teachers programs will bring forward pupils' individual gifts. There will be much focus on a social skill and communal responsibility, as well as a spiritual and psychic development. Young children will practice relaxation, visualization, and mind control, the foundation for manifestation. Older ones will receive abundance meditation, advanced meditation, and psychic training. Loving kindness, generosity, and caring for plants and animals are all fundamental parts of fifth dimensional living and will be practiced by youngsters of all ages, as will working with crystals and connecting to stars. As much education as possible will take place outside in nature, which always should have been. Expanding your right brain keeps your connection to source open. Kuthumi, who originates the Venus, is the world teacher, head of the School of Learning on the Inner Planes. He is overseeing a new educational system for the golden future that honors the needs of the high frequency children and who are incarnating by turning into him. You are helping to bring this forward for the world. Choosing this card suggests that the Kuthumi is attracting your attention. There is a gift, skill, quality, or some latent knowledge that is the time for you to develop, for it will bring you satisfaction. Kuthumi asks you to take some time to explore your qualities and talents. Remember, you are unique and special and are ready to bring more of your soul forward. You may like to sit quietly, visualize yourself in a yellow cocoon, and tune in to Kuthumi. Ask him to impress on you what you need to learn or understand right now. That was pretty good because we are going to be relearning everything that they lied to us about. And that should, excuse me, that should be interesting. Okay, we got one more. We got the Human Spirit Oracle. And we got a number 9. Woo. And this is Baby, I'm a Star. Hold on. Where are my sunglasses at? You are a star, baby. Shine on, shine on. Sometimes when we are so full of inner light, we cannot see it for ourselves. You have a certain je ne sais that everyone can see and feel. It is magnetic, a certain magic that attracts the right people and circumstances to you. The stars just seem to align for you. The dots connect. And when you put your mind to something, it just falls into place. When you have star power, it is important to share it. Sharing your light, your shine, and gifts with others allows us all to grow and evolve along with you. When one of you us shines, we all shine. But you are the lead role. So step into the spotlight and take a bow, because today you are all that, boo. Cut. That's a wrap. Get this baby a Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame. Okay, we are all Hollywood stars today. That should be nice. I love the idea. Okay. Now, thank you for joining me on my channel messages of Soul Family, Soul Surfing Sunday and Magical Monday. I will be back on Thoth Tuesday, hopefully, unless the storm takes us away. All right, everybody. I love everybody, and may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.